I'm going to tell you how slip and trip and fall settlements and claims work. We're going to cover everything from immediately after the accident to you hopefully getting your settlement money. Most slip and fall claims are paid by the insurance company for the place where you fell. In order for them to pay you, a claim needs to get set up. Every claim gets its own unique claim number. There are generally two ways that a claim is set up with the insurance company for the place where you fell. Number one, the business reports the claim to their insurance company. Or number two, you or your lawyer report the claim to the business's insurance company. Throughout this video, when I say business, I'm talking about the business where you fell, but I'm also including someone's home, condo, or apartment too. In slip and fall accidents where an ambulance comes to the scene, there is a higher chance that the business reported the claim to their insurance company. This is because you're more likely to be seriously injured and they may be nervous about you making a claim against them or suing them. To set up a claim, the business's insurance company needs a few things. Number one, the date of the accident. Number two, their insured's name or policy number. And number three, your name and a short description of how the accident happened. They'll ask you if you were injured in the accident. This is so they can assign the proper level adjuster to your case. The adjuster is the insurance company employee who will investigate your case. They'll also decide how much they think your case is worth. More experienced adjusters handle bigger injury claims like those involving a broken bone or surgery. Once a claim is set up, the insurance company will start its investigation. Now, one of the biggest mistakes in slip or trip and fall claims is thinking that getting a claim number means you'll get paid. Many people assume this, but it's 100% wrong. In order for you to get paid, several things need to happen. First, the business's insurance company needs to confirm that there is insurance coverage for your accident. Just because the business told you they reported your accident to their insurance company, it does not mean that there is coverage. In order for there to be insurance coverage, the policy needs to be active at the time of your slip and fall. In other words, the business where you fell at must have paid their insurance bill. The business's insurance company will usually assign one adjuster to the claim. They'll handle your injury claim, which includes payment of your medical bills, lost wages, and pain and suffering. That same adjuster will also handle any claim for your property that was damaged when you fell. For example, maybe you broke your phone or your watch. In most slip and fall claims, the business's insurance company will clear coverage. This means that there is coverage for your claim, and that's good news. However, the adjuster still needs to determine two things. Number one, fault, which is also called liability, and number two, your damages and injuries. To determine fault, the adjuster will speak with their insured. Their insured is usually the business who was operating the place where you fell. They will also try to speak with several people about how the accident happened. They'll want to speak with the manager at the time of your accident and any employee who witnessed your fall, you, and they'll also want to speak with any witnesses. They'll want to take your recorded statement. However, since you don't have a contract with the business, you're usually not required to give them one. I'm talking about your claim for your pain and suffering, lost wages, and most of your medical bills. The one time you may need to give a recorded statement is if the business has a certain type of coverage on its insurance policy. It's called medical payments coverage, and it pays even if the business didn't do anything wrong to cause your slip and fall. However, MedPay coverage usually has a limit of $5,000 or $10,000 or so. One sneaky tactic that insurance adjusters use is that they tell you they can't pay for your claim unless they take your recorded statement. This is often wrong. I've settled 4 slip or trip and fall claims, each for over $240,000, where the business's insurance adjuster never took my client's statement. They usually don't tell you what percentage of fault they're assigning to you and the business. They may assign anywhere from 0 to 100% fault to you. Their common argument is that you weren't looking where you were walking. Next, they'll want to get all your medical records and bills. They'll ask you to sign a medical authorization so that they can gather your records and bills. You generally are not required to sign this medical authorization. Again, the one time you may need to sign this authorization is if you're making a claim under the business's medical payments coverage. However, the insurance company should still pay your bills under the MedPay coverage even without you signing this authorization. The business's insurance company will set a reserve to pay your slip or trip and fall claim. By law, they are required to set aside a certain amount of money to pay your claim. The amount could be anywhere from $0 to a huge number. As the insurance adjuster gets more information, they can either increase or decrease the settlement reserve. Your goal is to get them to increase the settlement reserve fast. To do this, either you or your lawyer will gather and send them any medical records and bills that show that you're badly hurt. You'll also want to send them anything that shows that the business was at fault for causing your accident. And not getting the insurance company your medical records and bills fast will delay your settlement. Around 19 years ago, I used to defend businesses for slip or trip and lawsuits brought against them. I couldn't believe that people with claims made this huge mistake. They wouldn't send their medical records and bills to the insurance company for the place where they fell. What they didn't know was that they were adding a long delay to getting paid. A large amount of people still make this simple mistake today. The insurance adjuster will have a settlement range they can settle your claim within. Unfortunately, they won't tell you what this range is. If they do, they are likely not telling you the truth. I see insurance slip and fall claims representatives on the internet say that their goal is to pay what's fair, nothing more and nothing less. If that's true, they'd immediately offer you the top of their settlement range, but they rarely do. For example, I recently settled a trip and fall case where the insurance company's first combined offer was $131,514. Sounds like a lot, but the story gets better. After I fought them, I was able to get them to massively increase their offers just a few months later and settle for $670,000. Next, you or your lawyer will need to calculate your own value of your slip or trip and fall case. You do this by adding your out-of-pocket medical bills, lost wages, and pain and suffering amount. You still need to know how to easily value your slip and fall case and massively increase your odds at a large settlement. I teach you how to do just that in the video that's on screen and linked in the description below, so watch it now. And if you've been seriously injured from a slip or trip and fall in Florida or on a cruise and you think someone else may be at fault, click the link in the description below to see if I could be the lawyer for you.